Rangers Easy OK says we have more than enough money to be handsomely dealing with the other 10 teams, and then it's on the 4 derbies. You'll be surprised how fast football can change. And Marzuno makes the point, I think it was you that mentioned this, Keith. He says, I don't think all these American owners all over Europe have given up on a Super League. That could be a factor as well.
They believe, I think it's fair to say there is a sense amongst particularly the American people that are investing into European football right now, that the borders will soon dissolve in some way, shape or form. There will be a recalibration of what European football looks like and European competition. And I think everybody's jostling for position right now on it, because they're envisaging a future in, I don't know what, let's just say for argument's sake, 5 years down the road where everything changes and all of a sudden it's like putting your chips down on the roulette table. You might just land on one which goes from, you can buy today for, let's say, for argument's sake, £100 million, you buy Rangers for 100 million. Well, if everything changes and your chip comes up in 5 years' time, who knows what sort of money. And that's why they're speculating, and that's why they're looking around Europe. And it's not as if they're just doing it randomly. They're putting a lot of thought and consideration into who's best positioned to maximise a profit on. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the surprise for me is it's taken this long for a serious, credible bidder to come on the scene at Ibrox. I'm surprised about that.
Alex Richardson makes the point that only 6 English teams will progress when the Super League eventually does form. Celtic and Rangers are guaranteed to be there. Buy Rangers now while you can for the future. These guys apparently know it's coming. And just before we finish, Keith, I know you've probably have a couple more exclusives up your sleeve. Hugh Heath writes in saying Donald Trump and Putin trying to buy Rangers. Can you confirm or deny?
Wow.
Imagine that.
No comment on either.
No comment.
Well, listen, see, compared to some of the guys that have been at the top of the marble staircase over the last few years, I don't know. As I said the other day, meet the new brogues, same as the old brogues.
Aye.
Yes, we will have some more exclusives along the way. You never know, there might be one in the pipeline for later on tonight. Who knows? Who knows? Exciting story with lots of various things happening around it. So I'd be surprised if we didn't have another exclusive by later on tonight.
Aye. And of course, if you want to keep on top of the very latest news on this story, Record Sport is the place to do it. Keith, Andy, thank you so much for joining us on the Hotline Live as ever. Thank you again to all the comments that have been sent in tonight. We really appreciate it. And we will be back tomorrow, I think I'm right in saying, Keith?
As yet to be confirmed. We don't usually do a Friday, do we?
We don't normally do a Friday. We will certainly definitely be back on Sunday, but we might be back tomorrow.
Yeah, we might.
Let's see how it pans out.
Let's see. It's a fluid situation, and I think, Daniel, what you're hinting at is there might be some big news.
Exactly.
So if there is some big news, then we'll be back in the usual time and place, even though we don't usually do it on a Friday, and even though I'm meant to be off, and I think you're meant to be off. Do you know what? For the love of it, yeah, we like breaking the news, bringing the news to the people, and we will endeavour to do so if there is news to break this time tomorrow.
Your old pal Gianni sums everything up by saying, make Keith Jackson great again.
That one's not working.